Why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men?
Wow. Female privilege. They don't have to do anything, really. They can do what they want.
How should women treat men?
Well, with respect and love, mainly respect, and then love, kindness.
Why is it okay to make a woman feel like her feelings are more valid because we want to keep her safe? But when the roles are reversed, a man is supposed to be permissive. And that's not right. Shame on these girls for making this a trend.
Why do men have this irrational fear that women are going to use them?
There is nothing fucking irrational about that fear. There are men out there who have literally been bankrupted due to child support and are homeless because they can't pay it. There are men out there who have been screwed over multiple times by abusive and emotionally manipulative women, and due to the fact that both the divorce rate and, of course, child custody laws favor women over men almost 90% of the time, this ends up leading to men having to lose a shit ton of cash, money, and emotional support. Men will literally lose almost fucking everything simply due to the fact that women have, in the past and throughout history, screwed us over simply because of our money. Because people, for some strange reason, think that it's okay to literally put a man out on the street and take half of his shit when that man already doesn't have anything. That's not an irrational fear. That's just a fact of fucking life.
More men in the UK have died by suicide in the past year than all British soldiers in all wars since 1945. Suicide now takes more lives than war, murder, and natural disasters around the world combined. That might not include COVID, I presume, that statistic. Stealing more than 36 million years of healthy life, and the rate of suicide is growing much faster for men than for women.
Let's unpack why in the world you think any random man should just help you. Why? Between the fact you're a grown-ass woman, if you're going to the store for something that's probably heavier, you can't lift on your own, you should probably bring a friend. It is not the duty of any random man to come save you when you can't do something yourself. And putting a woman in a dress doesn't make it any more like, a woman help me. She was wearing a dress. There are many things you can do in a dress. But my second part of this is, why would men help women these days, especially random women? He comes up and goes to be nice to you, and it's, you creep, get away from me. Or, oh, what'd you say to me? There's so many things random women have said to random men nowadays when they're trying to help, that it makes it uncomfortable for them. Men have held the door open for women, and they get mad about it, let alone, let me help you take this to your car? Yeah, okay. Like some woman wouldn't have a field day with that one. Why are you following me in my car? Why are you asking me to go to my car? Like, no, fuck off. Men, especially random men, should not have any obligation to sit there and help you out for a choice you made. Don't go to Home Depot then if you can't handle it on your own. I don't know what to tell you. Or maybe ask one of the workers, because I'm pretty sure it's their job to help you. So stop attacking men for not helping you when it's not their fucking job.
Much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that. Yeah. My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood, right, should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. You don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. How come this mom can't, let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical. Okay. And the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
he can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support. I mean, he is legally bound by child support.
Honest, that's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
Now, Emma, we need to talk about men's rights. Don't you mean women's rights? So sad you've been brainwashed like the rest of them. By whom? By feminists, of course. You see, the tables have turned now. These days, men are the true victims of gender discrimination. All these poor guys who have to pay child support that didn't even want kids in the first place, or those who are being accused of rape falsely. All those programs where women are...
But why don't you just stay out the way? I mean, and I'm not being sexist, but listen to this. Why did you marry your husband?
Because I love him.
Is he the man of your dreams?
Yes, he is.
Is he the man you hope your sons will grow up to be?
Yes.
So why would you stop him from raising them into that?
I'm not stopping him. I'm not stopping him. I just feel at times he's a bit harsh with the punishments.
He is hard on them, because they boys. Undisciplined boys grow up to be undisciplined men. Do you know the problem you're gonna have?
Yes.
Undisciplined men end up in the hospital or in a prison, or they end up in a grave. That's what happens to undisciplined men.
There's this super cute guy at the gym.
Imagine being a man and perving at a girl in the gym and even recording her without her permission. Sounds a lot like harassment to me. Imagine being a woman and perving at a man in the gym and even recording him without his permission. Sounds a lot like fucking harassment to me. Oh, fuck. I forgot there was that ideology that women can get away with absolutely fucking everything. All you've got to do is look through the comments of that video. Not one woman has stood up and said that's harassment, you've recorded him without his permission, why have you done that? Instead, all of the women are more concerned with the fact that she asked him out and got rejected. What if that was a man recording a girl at the gym? Get called a pervert. Get accused of objectifying women for their bodies. But if a woman does it, it's fine, apparently. Women are no longer fighting for equality in this day and age. They are fighting for superiority. Telling men what they can and can't, and should and shouldn't do. But they can do whatever they want. Fuck no.
Think that ejaculation gives them 50% of the credit.
Yes, it does, because men matter when it comes to creating children. Without men, there would be no children in the first place. Without men, there would absolutely be no way for women to create any more children. Sure, there are sperm banks that women can go to, but let me just go ahead and say that those sperm banks wouldn't be there without men. And after a few generations, you're gonna run out of that sperm. So, yeah, don't discredit men. Remember that men matter in today's society. Women need men just as we need you. And also, if someone comments down below fucking bone marrow babies, not only is your ass gonna get blocked, but I'm gonna roast you. Because that shit's just fucking stupid. Men do deserve 50% of the credit for creating a child, because without us, there would be no fucking child.
Society places a lot of pressure on men when it comes to being emotional. Men are not necessarily encouraged to be emotional. And you'd be surprised how many times a man is just holding it together at his desk at work, at his job, in front of his family and kids, while he's driving his car, in his bed. He has to hold it together and pull through because he has the whole world relying on him.
Promise you that no girl is gonna want a bitch who says not all men.
I have a question for you. Do you know what it's like growing up being told that you're a monster because of the thing between your legs? Being told to avoid confrontation at all costs because you don't want to come off as threatening? Yeah, you may know the feeling of being scared. Do you know the feeling of making somebody feel scared? Walking around on eggshells trying not to make people uncomfortable? Living your entire life demonized because of a 30-year-old man who doesn't care about consent? I'm not trying to say that your fears are without reason. I'm trying to say that we're not just anonymous entities online, we're actual people. And you know what's wild about this whole thing? It's become a completely gendered topic. Men aren't the only people capable of rape, but for some reason people only care about the women. So I'll do you one better, Jayus. I'll stand up for all victims of sexual assault. And in addition to that, I'm going to stand up for the people who are falsely accused of sexual assault. Because nobody should grow up scared for their life or demonized. It's just not right.
But shitty things don't happen to men simply because they're men.
Men don't get put on child support because women are angry with them for no reason. Men don't get denied the rights to see their child because they have spiteful people they're trying to co-parent with. Men are never literal punching bags because they're bigger and can't defend themselves. Men normally don't get the burden of providing for the household because they're men, even though women are capable of it too now. Men don't get denied emotions and feelings because they're men and they should be strong. Men don't have to walk on eggshells these days because they're men, because the way women are thinking these days. Yeah, men really just, nothing happens to men because they're men. You're totally correct. It goes both ways, man. Both sides in your video should be talked about.
It's creepy, I don't like it.
It's not creepy, I'm just getting an infection.
It's far too early and the women in this comment section are just not my cup of tea. Go watch the video for yourself and then read the comments. So the girl recording is clearly his girlfriend or wife and she's just recording herself touching him affectionately. As you can see from the bit that I stitched, he literally says it's creepy, I don't like it. In the video he swears a few times, but that's it. But all the women in the comment section are saying red flag, red flag. He's speaking to you like shit, you need to bin him off. Or because he doesn't want to be touched in a certain way. Now you know what we're going to do now? We're going to flip the roles. If that was a man recording himself touching his girlfriend or wife up and she said, please stop it, I don't like it, everyone would come for the man, even though the woman's doing the exact same thing. Some women, not all women, need to get a fucking grip. Girl touches man, man says no, man is in the wrong. Flip the roles. Man touches girl, girl says no, man is in the wrong. It just doesn't work, does it?
What rights are you guys fighting for specifically?
I don't know what these men's rights activists are speaking for, but I'll speak on behalf of somebody who has dealt with a little bit of what I would consider to be a lack of men's rights. I was once arrested in a public park because my little sister was playing on the playground. I was sitting on a bench, and two women felt that I was just a little too creepy to be sitting on that bench, and I wound up in handcuffs and had to answer like 30 fucking questions before the cops finally gave up and realized that my little sister was in fact my little sister, and that I was probably just there to hang out with her. I also once called the police because my girlfriend had stabbed me with a steak turner. I wound up in handcuffs. She was over there crying a whole bunch, and the officer that put me in handcuffs said, man, you better move out because the next cop that shows up might not be smart enough to realize that you're actually the victim here, and you're probably going to wind up going to jail. Oh, and has anybody else ever been put in handcuffs because you brought your girlfriend to the ER after she got into a car accident and they thought you might have beaten the shit out of her, but instead you're just really trying to help her get help? No? I have, yeah.
So, my ex-wife took my son 2 years ago and never let me see him, despite 4 court orders telling her to. And the court did fucking nothing to her. Nothing. No fines, no jail time, nothing. I got a letter in the mail when I was unemployed that I was so far behind on child support 2 years ago that I was going to go to jail for money. But yet she had my son. And you want to talk about some fucking female privilege? Fucking miss me.
What is it truly like to be a man in today's society? What are the difficulties?
Let's see. There's no point in getting married anymore because divorce is basically incentivized. Why would an aging woman who's losing her sexual market value want to be with a man when she could just take his money? And his children? And his house? You can't be sexual at all to women anymore, or else you might get canceled. Everyone believes women when they make false rape allegations. And even if they're proven to be not true, your reputation is still damaged for life. A woman with buyer's remorse can basically just make false claims or exaggerated claims about you and you're damaged for life. Women want you to do and provide everything for them and change into whatever they want you to mold into, but don't want to change at all themselves. And society praises this. Women always talk about how they want a man above 6 feet, but when a man talks about how he wants a fit chick, he's body shaming. Nobody has our backs, not even our brothers. Men destroy men in the name of women because they white knight. We're completely disposable in today's society and nobody cares.
What a lame gimmick.
Amen. You know, a great poet once said, "Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym." And men around the world rejoiced because they felt like their voices were finally being heard. Because you are absolutely right. Men built the world. They built the whole world, and the women factored in no way that I could possibly figure out. It all through history. Women really never factored into any of the success of men. So I think we as women need to remind ourselves when, we get that feeling of like having needs or expectations within our relationships. We should remind ourselves that, men are graciously allowing us to exist in the world that they have built for us, and the world that's so comfortable and so safe. We should be more appreciative.